Mark Hawley, Metal Tech, here in the shop. It's a quiet Saturday afternoon, doing a little work on some of the trucks here. We are FJ Cruiser. We got to put some wheel spacers on, and normally don't like to have to use wheel spacers. We only use them if we have to. But in this particular case, we switched our wheels. We used to have a greater offset. We do not now. It's a closer, tighter fit, which has created some issues. I mean, you can see some rubbing on our remote reservoir right back here. That's happened with the new tires and wheel combination that we have on the truck now. So we have to space things out a little bit. So we are going to go with a wheel spacer. We're doing an 1.25 inch wheel spacer. The reason we're using 1.25 inch, not 1 inch, is that 1.25 inch allows full clearance on the threads of the hub. And what I mean by that is the threads themselves are long enough to be able to clear, we needed the wheel spacer to be long enough to clear the studs. If we weren't long enough, the tip of the studs would have to be cut off, which is common when you use a 1 inch wheel spacer. So I'm doing 1.25 inch, the size right here. We are doing a hub centric 1.25 inch. And I just wanted to do a quick show on how we actually put these things on. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our hub centric wheel spacers that we're getting ready to install fit our rims, the hub primarily, prior to installing them. So we have to fit it in two places, one on the rim itself, and then also on the axle. So we're going to take these and see how they fit up to the tires that they're going to go on to. Looks like we have a good fit. Okay, so that's a check. So now we're going to take it over to the truck and put these on the truck because we want it to make sure it also fits this rim. So we're going to bring these up. And looks like we have a really good fit. So these are going to be clear for going ahead and installing at this point. We're going to move forward, clean these threads, and get some degrease, or clean the threads. We're going to get some blue Loctite on them. Going to prep the threads out. We're going to clean them first, a little brake cleaner and a rag, and just a quick little blast of some cleaner on there. And then we're going to come back, use our rag, and clean that baby up. Next up, some blue thread locker. We're just going to go ahead and put thread locker on all of the threads here. And the goal is, obviously, is to keep the wheel spacers to stay on the truck. From there, we're going to go ahead and put our wheel spacers on and start putting the nuts in place, the little half nuts that go inside, and then we'll torque it down. Okay, we're going to throw the torque wrench on there. And torque wrench, once again, 77.5 inch, or foot-pounds, excuse me. Done, there it is. Wheel spacers installed, ready to go. We'll throw the wheels on there, and we'll put the factory wheels, the aftermarket wheels are going to go right on the new studs that are there. We're not going to use Loctite on the factory ones. We're just going to go ahead and put them on there, torque them down to the 97 foot-pounds dry, normal for 14 millimeter, and then we'll drive it around for a little bit, come back, and then double check the torque setting. About a week or two from now from driving it, we're actually going to pull the wheels off and recheck the torque on these nuts. We're going to make sure these are nice and tight and they're not moving on us. So we'll throw the torque wrench on them one more time about 2 weeks after getting a chance to drive around a little bit. We'll let them settle in and just make sure that these things are not moving at all. Put the rims back on again, torque them back down, these dry to the 97 factory foot, or for the 97 foot-pounds for 14 millimeter. Hope that's been helpful, and we appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us in the shop here at Metal Tech.